all these old school songs and stuff? Like, what key we in? I'm country. Take me to D flat C sharp, dog. We like black keys. We like black keys. Stuff like, I'm a soldier in the army. We went to the same church. To the same church. You know, I'm a soldier in the I'm a soldier. Let's go, let's go. Everybody clap your hands. I got about 2 minutes to let this go. Y'all ready? They would sing this, Mom. I don't know why they would say, if I die, let me die. Like, why would you say that? If I die, let me die. Oh, if I die, let me die. Yeah, if I die, let me die. Sunday morning, everybody clap your hands. I feel churchy. I feel protected. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody clap your hands. Gonna ride it. 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 2, 3. So I grew up on stuff like that, and I didn't understand the songs. And so another song will come out of the blue. Some of y'all may not know this, you may. They will say, something on the inside, working on the outside. Oh, what a change in my life. I told you, something on the inside, working on the outside. Oh, what a change in my life. And then we'll do it. Everybody clap your hands. Everybody clap your hands. 1, 2, 3. And so I was little, and so I just remember moving around, clapping my hands and jumping. And I'm like, bruh, these songs are really, really good. So somebody will jump up, and then you'll hear another one like this. It will say, living, he loved me. Die. Church, free me forever. One day is coming back. Glorious day. Come on, one more time. Living, he love it. The same thing. Never he carried my free me forever. Come on, y'all. One day. Let's go, God bless. Here we go. Everybody come to your hands. Down memory lane. 1, 2, 3. Jesus, I'll never forget what you done for me. You say what? Jesus, I'll never say how you what? Oh, Jesus, I'll never forget. No, never. I said, God is a good God. Come on, church. I said, God is a good God. I said, God is a good God. I said, God is a good God. Last time, y'all, everybody clap your hand. Clap your hand. Now, the devil's in between it. Clap your hand. Everybody clap your hand. On stuff like that. I didn't, since this is our first time, we on a date tonight.
evening, good evening, good evening. Thank you all so much for joining us for our Tune Up Tuesday Bible study. I'm excited to have you all here today. I hope that you're having a great and glorious day. I hope that this Bible study finds you in the greatest of joy that God had and give to you. Man, I'm telling y'all, I'm super excited about what God is doing here today. So I'm going to ask everybody, I know this is our first one of the year. We had last week off. Just go ahead and shoot some hearts up, and then let's hit those comments. Let's hit those comments. Let's hit those comments. Let's be as active in the comments as we possibly can. But last but not least, let's go ahead and hit that share button. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Get everybody that you can out to join us tonight for Bible study. A couple of church announcements. I just want to get them out of the way really quick. Our series this month is overuse. Use your words. Use your word. Use your words. This came from our 2-year-old. We're trying to get her to do just that. And what I realized, the principle that God taught me, is that if you use your words, you might get what you want. Somebody said that, and you might get what you want. If you use your words, you might fool around and get what you want. Somebody say, get what you want. Get what you want. Use your words. Um, this year, our whole year, our theme this year, we are in the year of manifestation. We're going from vision to victory. I want to see what God has been telling me about. I want to see it. 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 I don't just want to talk about it. I want to see it. Tonight, we're talking about this triangle that we've been believing God for, that helps us be able to see what God has in store for us. It's a triangle, the three areas that God has allowed us to tap into, that allow us to see the manifestations of God. These three areas. The first area is the area of prayer. We're going to believe God in prayer. We're going to be praying all year long. We're going to be talking to God. We're going to be talking about different styles of prayer, different ways we can pray, different things we can do when we pray. The second thing, not only are we going to be praying all year, we're going to be fasting all year long. We've kicked off our fast for our no pork, no beef all year for the whole entire month of January. No pork and no beef for the entire month of January. And if you, like me, you've been struggling these 2 days, you didn't think you ate that much pork and that much beef until you said, I'm gonna cut it out and I'm gonna be praying about it. So every time that I catch myself trying to walk into that thing and say, I'm gonna eat something I shouldn't eat, I'm gonna do something I shouldn't do, I go to God and pray. I've been praying so much these last 2 or 3 days, these last 2 days, since Monday. I've been praying so hard because I didn't realize, breakfast, everything got pork in it. So I'm asking God to meet me here for this month, for no pork and no beef the entire month. And so the first one is prayer. We're going to be praying. Second one is fasting. But the third one is faith. Do you have faith to see what you've expected? Do you have faith that God will do exactly what you believe him for? Do you have faith that God will make it happen for you? So that's our triangle that we'll be discussing all year long. Pastor, what we're going to talk about all year? Faith, hope. Watch this. Faith, prayer, and fasting. Those are the three areas we're going to be talking about, because that's how you make it be able to be seen. I'm going to pray about it. I'm going to fast for it. But not only that, I got faith that God is going to do it. So tonight we're going to talk about, how do you have faith? How do you have faith? Watch this. Having faith, watch this. Faith is for the unseen. That's what we're talking about tonight. Faith is for the unseen. The main word that I want you to grab a hold of that tonight is that last word. Somebody just type that word, that 6-letter word, in the chat for me tonight. Unseen. I got some stuff I haven't seen, but I'm going to see. I got some stuff I hadn't realized, but I'm going to realize it. I've got some stuff that I have not had seen manifest, but I'm going to see it manifest. I was writing today a letter that I'm going to email out to the church later this week. And I realized that's this year is 2023. It's 2023. It's 2 plus 2 plus 3. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is the number 7. 2, 2, 3 is 7. 7 in Bible language is the number of completion. That in this season, I'm believing God that we're going to see some things come to its completion. I need somebody to hear me. That you've been waiting on some things, you've been expecting some things, you've been seeing some things in the spirit, and you're ready to see it manifest. That it's going to come to its completion in this year. This is the year of completion. This is the year that I'm going to see the unseen, the things that have been eluding me, the things that have been escaping me. I'm going to see the unseen. So tonight, that's what we're going to be talking about, seeing some of the stuff. I need somebody to hear me. I'm going to see the unseen. Seven, that completion, it's going to be completed. It is going to be this. I need somebody to tell you, I was scared to declare it over the last year. I said this Sunday, I was scared to declare it over 2020. I was scared to declare it over 21. Was scared to declare it over 22. But 23 is going to be my year. This is going to be my year. This is my year. This is the year that I'm going to see God do miraculous, glorious things in and through me. I'm going to see the unseen. I'm going to see it in this season. So faith is for the unseen. How do you wrestle with that passage? Well, I got Bible for it. Hebrews 11 and 1 says this. I have both translations up that we normally reference because I wanted us to be very clear about this. Hebrews 11 verse 1 says, now faith in the NIV, now faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. Somebody put see. Faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance about what we do not see. King James says it like this. Y'all know I quote NIV. I read NIV, but I quote King James. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Why are we talking about faith in the season of manifestation? Well, let me, before I even dive into working my way through Hebrews 11 and 1, let me dive over to 2 Corinthians 5 and 7. 2 Corinthians 5 and 7 says this, for we walk by, y'all, somebody say faith with me. We walk by faith and not by sight. So in this season, what I want you to understand, what the Bible teaches us is that we are not to be walking by everything that you can see. If every move you make makes sense, it's not God. If everything that you do is calculated and cool and worked through, then that's not how God works. In this season, you're going to have to do some radical things. You're going to have to operate at a radical level. You're going to have to expect things at a radical level. And how do you do that? Because you have to learn that I don't walk by what I see. I walk by what I believe. I need y'all to hear me tonight. See, I explain what faith is in this season, what faith has been to me in this season, what I've operated for in faith through this season. It helped me so much because when I came clear about what I was trying to say and what I was trying to do, it came so clear to me. I went in my daughter's room. And when I went to her room, she has this small miniature table. She has this small miniature table in her room. And the table in her room has 4 chairs around the table. The table has 4 chairs around the table. And guess what, y'all? When she goes in her room, she puts her dolls in the chair. She sits down at the table and plays at the table in her room. But I love it because when I looked at the chairs and I looked at me, I seen the chairs. Y'all need to hear me. I seen her sit in the chairs. But what I realized is that the chair that she sat in was not fit for me. I need you to hear me. I didn't have faith that the chair she sat in was strong enough to hold me. See, some of us work through some stuff and some of us feel our way through some things that we don't understand, that I'm walking in a season. I'm walking in this mood. I'm in this arena of my life. And guess what? Some stuff that you might have worked for you and some things that might have had faith that you had faith for that worked out for you. I can't go where you went. I need somebody with me. That you can't go where everybody go. You can't sit where everybody sit. You can't watch this. You can't be in arenas where everybody else was. Because what has strength and to hold them, watch this. I need you to hear me. She's lighter than me. She doesn't expect it to be strong enough to hold me, but accepted it was strong enough to hold her. Ooh. See, and the problem is that we don't have faith sometimes. Watch this. You have faith to get in it because somebody else got in it, and because you get in it, you'll fool around and land on the floor. Oh, I need y'all to hear me in this analogy. You sit down and you're trying to figure out why it is what it is and why it hadn't worked out for you when it worked out for them. The problem is that you are too big to sit in such a small space. Ooh, I need somebody with me tonight. That you trying to figure out why you can't get and why they don't understand and why they're not diving into the stuff that you've dove into, and you're trying to figure out why that thing didn't work out for you the way it worked out for them. But guess what? They had only needed a small seat. They only needed a little plastic seat. They only needed a miniature table. But when you get ready, I need y'all to hear me, to sit all of you down in a faith situation, you're gonna need something stronger to hold you. But guess what? When I go to my table in my dining room, I sit at my table in my dining room. That chair is fit to hold me. It's stronger. It is made to hold me up. I need somebody to hear me tonight, because you're trying to figure out why faith has worked for everybody else but did not work for you. The problem is that you're in the wrong room. Ooh. Man, I'm trying to help somebody tonight. You fooled around and stayed in the toddlers area too long. You fooled around and stayed in the little kids area too long. But the problem is that you need to get out of that room and get to the big people table, because God has grown you, and you're trying to figure out why what you did last season isn't working anymore. Why what you did last month, why you did last year, what worked for you in that last season didn't work for, is not working for you right now. But you need to understand. You need to get in your posture. You need to stand up, put your chest out and your back, and say, it's time for me to go downstairs. It's time for me to go to the big people table, because at the big people table, their stuff can hold me. Because guess what? In this season, yeah, I understand that the Bible says that all you need is the faith the size of a mustard seed. But in this season, I need you to understand that I got faith that's bigger than mustard seed faith. I need somebody with me. I have faith that what I'm looking at is not the promise. Ooh, I got faith to know that I'm too big to fit in a small situation. You got to have something bigger. You got to have something better for me. I need somebody with me, because see, some of y'all are watching me tonight, and you're trying to figure out why you keep getting what you keep getting. And the problem is that you need to get out of the rooms you've been circling in. See, what you need to understand is that if I walk not by faith, if I walk by faith and not by sight, that means that guess what? I don't have to see the big kids table. I mean, the grown people table. I don't have to know that it exists. But guess what? I know that where I am cannot be fit for me, because it's designed to be set in, and I can't sit here. I know y'all got somewhere else for me to sit, God. I know. See, you used to be praying about $15 and $20 blessings, but in this season, you need $1,000 blessing. And yeah, if you got faith for a $5 blessing and somebody give you five, that's something to thank God for. And you should really praise God for it. But in this season, it doesn't fit your problem. And the problem is that most of us keep trying to wait on God. Ooh, you keep trying to figure out why he and when he's going to do that big thing. But the problem is he can't do it for you in the toddler room. I need somebody with me. So how, preacher, do I have understand that faith is for the unseen? How do I understand that? How do I understand? How do I get to the place that I start believing him for what I don't see when I got so much that I do see? But I understand that it is not fit for me. I got it. I see it. I understand it, but it is not fit for me. How do I understand that? Three things. I'm gonna get out of y'all way. Let's read this text one more time, because I like to give clarity to the text. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, and the evidence of things not seen. Now faith is the confidence in what we hope for and the assurance, whew, about what we do not see. Okay, let me go to my points. First thing that this text is tailored to teach us, I got this one from my pastor. What is faith? First thing you have to understand is that faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is what is hope. My pastor taught me that hope is the expectation of something good. I need somebody that had heard that before 2 or 3 thousand times at the Genesis Church. I need somebody to hear me that hope is the expectation of something good. How do I have faith for the unseen? Because I have to hope for some stuff. What I have to expect some stuff. Y'all know when I my word my analogy for expectation is that word pregnant. It's that I'm pregnant with something. It's when you show signs. Mhm, before you deliver it. What, what is faith? It's to get pregnant with something. It's to know that something has changed about you. You don't walk the way you used to walk. You don't talk the way you used to talk. You get uncomfortable when you usually would be comfortable. You can't sleep like you used to sleep. The stuff that used to be okay is not okay anymore. You're not even okay with certain smells, and they start bothering you, and you're trying to figure out why you are upset the way you are about that thing. But what you're trying to figure out is how can I keep staying in the place and in the situation that I'm in? But you have to expect something good. How can I live by faith? I'm expecting it to change. I'm expecting it to turn around. I need God to do it. I know He will. I know He can. I see anybody with me tonight that can say, I needed Him to do some things. I wanted Him to do some things in my life. And see, when I'm using my words, watch this, y'all. I cannot speak to what I don't want. Ooh. Okay, let me say it a different way. You cannot speak to what you see and what you believe at the same time. Mhm. You cannot speak to what you see and what you expect at the same time. Which means what? If you're expecting overflow and you're living in lack, you should keep talking about the overflow that's on the way. Why? Because it ain't here, but I feel it coming. It hadn't arrived, but it kicked yesterday. I seen somebody say they was pregnant, and when they laid down, the baby started moving. And the problem was when they laid down and trying to get sleep and get comfortable, the baby was woke. Ooh, I need y'all to hear me tonight, because when you get tired and exhausted, the thing that's in you should start kicking. Ooh, when you get to the end of your rope, that's why I don't walk by sight. Because if I walk by sight, I'll get caught up in what other people have told me. I'll get caught up on what I'm seeing around me. But you don't understand. There's something in me that's coming out of me, and faith is the substance of what I've hoped for. Watch this. Faith is not the pregnancy. Faith is the pastor. Watch this. Faith is not the pregnancy. Faith is the fetus. Ooh. Faith is what you give birth to. It's what you are pregnant. It's the substance of things hoped for. Faith is the manifestation. Watch this, y'all. Until it manifests, you have to have faith that it's coming. Ooh. See, some of us have had children before. And when you've had children before, you prepare their room for them. You prepare their space for them before they get here. So when they get here, you don't have to do any more preparation. You just take them into their space because you've been prepared. Ooh, I need somebody with me tonight. So in this, watch this. If I'm understanding that faith is for the unseen, what I'm believing God for is what I start doing is walking in what I don't see until I see it. Ooh. Okay, can I give you watch this, y'all. It's literally what happens in Joshua 1. He says, everywhere your foot treads, I will give you. The problem is that I won't give you anything if you don't step in it. If you don't walk in what I have given you, you'll never get it. Are you expecting God to do something? Are you expecting a move of God? Are you expecting a change? Are you expecting a move? Are you expecting a shift? Or are you comfortable with where you are? Are you comfortable with what you've been doing? Are you comfortable with what you've already experienced? Have you ever realized that in this moment of time that I have hope? I hope it won't be like this always. How? Because I'm living my life like I'm coming out. What, can I give y'all the clearest definition of what hope is? It's right there in Exodus. I preached this a couple of weeks ago in a sermon called We Made It Out. The Bible says that they go across the sea, and as they get across the sea, Miriam pulls out her timbrel and starts to play her timbrel, dance, and sing a song. Watch this, y'all. This is what hope is. It's packing your timbrel. Watch this with Pharaoh behind you. It's packing your timbrel and don't know how you're going to get across the sea. Watch this, y'all. It's you planning the celebration with trouble still arising. It's saying, when I get through this, I got a plan. I'm not planning to stay in here. I got a song. I got a melody to sing. I got to shout. Because guess what? I'm going to cry, and I'm cool with crying. But I'm going to come. I need somebody to say, I'm coming out. I'm coming out. It won't always be like this. But God has blessed me to be able to say, I have an expectation of something good. Y'all, we preached this Sunday. The rule 828 is still blessing me, y'all. Rule 828 says this: if it haven't worked out for your good, he's not done working. Woo! I'm coming out. Somebody put that in the chat for me. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm coming out. I'm excited about what God is doing. I'm not going to stay here. I've done the apartment. I've done the rent house. In the next season, God's gonna have to find me at the house I own. I'm tired of paying somebody else's bills. I'm tired of helping somebody else meet their mortgage. In this season, I'm coming out with my own. I'm tired of paying car notes, and God is taking me to a season that I'm gonna be able to pay cash. I'm coming out. I'm coming out of worrying month to month, check to check. In this season, God is gonna have me a check ahead. In this season, and I'm gonna have money with no assignment, and I'm coming. I'm not talking about where you are. I'm talking about where you're going. What's ahead of you? What's in the front of you? I'm coming. I'm coming out. 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 Why are you saying you're coming out and you're in the middle of it? Because now faith is the substance of things hoped for. Woo! I'm living on hope. Watch this. Second thing it is. It's the evidence of something unseen. Watch this, y'all. You have to understand what evidence is. Evidence literally is the physical proof of something. It is the manifestation. It is the proof that something happened. When they look for proof that something happened in a specific place, they look for what they call evidence. Watch this, y'all. I need you to hear me, because this is going to bless three people. That when you have faith, God starts dropping evidence of what you can't see, to know that what I can't see is out there somewhere. Ooh. He always gives you, okay, can I say it like this? He always gives you proof before he brings it to your attention. Oh, I need y'all to hear me. He always gives you proof before he brings it into your life. He always gives you proof. I'm not making this up. I see it all throughout the Bible. He says it in when he tells David, he gives David, he says, I'm going to anoint you the king of Israel. But then he doesn't give David Israel, he gives him Judah. And when he gives him Judah, he then, after that, gives him Israel. Oh, I need y'all to hear me. Because he always gives you a preview before okay. What a preview is. Preview is a preview of coming attraction. Watch this. You go to the movies. You sit in your seat, get your popcorn and your drink. Sit down in your own time for the movie, and they don't start your movie right on time. You know what they do? They start playing trailers. Watch this. What's the trailers of coming attractions? And in the trailer, you see enough of the movie to make a decision if you want to see the movie. And then you go to the movies and go see the movie that you've seen the trailer for because you got a preview. You've seen evidence that the movie was going to be good. Oh, I need y'all to shout with me tonight. Because see, it's two or three people that's watching me tonight that you don't have faith because you thought, watch this, you thought that the preview was all you got. You thought that the preview was all you was worthy of. You thought that God was going to preview you to the end. You thought that God gave you a preview to mess you up. But in this season, in 2023, you need to understand that the preview was only a display of coming attractions. Guess what, baby? You started off small and he let you ought to, this let me tell you how you walk by faith. That car you want that you've been trying to get your money right for and trying to figure out how you gonna do it. Go walk into the dealership. Don't sign no papers. Give them your ID and tell them your phone number. Take it for a spin. They call it a test drive. Go take your car for a test drive. Go see how it rides. Sit in the seat. See how your body feel to it. Play with the air conditioner and the AC and the radio and start pushing buttons and see what's everything in it because it's a preview. I need y'all to hear me tonight. It's a preview of coming attraction. So when you get your car, you're not surprised by all of the stuff in it. When you first get the car, you ought to start showing other people. I know what it do because I went and tested this thing out. This ain't the first time that I done been in this thing. I done seen this one before. I got some evidence of something you can't. It's a preview of coming attractions. That's what faith is. Faith will let you go test drive it before he gives it to you. Because see, some stuff you've been praying for and had faith for, when you test drive it, you realize I don't really like that no more. I don't think I want that. I've been believing God for that. And he showed me what it was. I don't think I want that no more. I've been praying for a person that would do this, and I seen a person that did that. I don't want that no more. I've been praying for that job, and I called up there and tried to just get an interview, and the people was rude to me. I don't want to work with people like that. See, you get sometimes God gives you a preview of what you're expecting, just to show you what you're not seeing that you wouldn't have saw if you hadn't have got the preview. You ever went and seen a movie and seen the trailer and the trailer was horrible, so you didn't go see the movie because you saved your money because you didn't want to have you had evidence of some stuff you didn't see. You didn't say that the trailer was bad. You said the whole movie was bad. I can tell if you pulled the best out to make that trailer, then that ain't a really good situation. I can give y'all a better example. I went a couple of weeks ago and looked at a facility that we were looking to lease. And I looked at it and I walked it. Y'all, I thought it was perfect. Oh my God. I looked at this space and it was everything I wanted. It had rooms, it had sanctuary, it had administrative office, it had sanctuary space. It was beautiful. It was built out already. I was just excited. I was elated about it. I was excited about it. Y'all, and I gave them an offer. I called them and I said, y'all, this is what we can do. This is how we can do it. And it took them 3 weeks. Somebody say 3 weeks. It took them 3 weeks to call me back. And when they called back, when my realtor started talking, I told her, stop. Somebody put 3 weeks in the chat for me because I want to make sure y'all hearing this. It took them 3 weeks. It took them 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, they called me back. And after they called me back after the third week, after the third week, they called back and she went to tell me what they said. And I told her, it don't matter what they said. It doesn't matter what they got going on. I don't care what they counter offer was or if they accepted it. None of that matters to me. She said, what do you mean, Pastor? What? I mean, I think you'll be really happy if you heard back from her. I said, it doesn't matter. None of it matters to me. Let's keep looking. She said, you don't want it? I said, no, ma'am. She said, why don't you want it? I said, because if it took them 3 weeks to get back to me about an offer, if it took them 3 weeks to get back to me about getting some money, Imagine how long it's going to take when it's time for them to fix something. Imagine if it's something that breaks and I need it fixed. How long is it going to take? Imagine if something goes wrong and I need to get a hold of them. How long is that going to take? The preview was enough for me to know I need somebody to hear me tonight. That it's evidence of the unseen. I don't have to go through the whole leasing situation, find out what's wrong, and then pray for God to fix it. He showed me in the beginning, this ain't going to work for you. I know you think this is everything that you've been looking for. I know you think that this is a perfect situation, but baby, I got something better for you. Because see, guess what? I need y'all to hear me. Just because it is unnamed don't mean you put your name on it. Oh, I need y'all to hear me tonight. I'm finna shout all by myself. That just because it's unnamed doesn't mean you need to put your name on it. That we sing that song, God's got a blessing with my name on it. But I need 2 or 3 people that's watching me tonight to say, I want to make sure it's my name. I see that they have them things on the for gifts that they put on the gifts for Christmas. But some of the stuff that they put on the gifts for Christmas, you can't see the name clearly. You have to move the flap out of the way to read who it's to and who it's from. So sometimes you walk up to it and say, that looked like mine. That might be mine. I've been looking for a bag just like that. And you walk up to it and you open the flap up. And if it ain't got your name on it, you need to know to walk away from it. Because faith is the evidence of some stuff you can't even see. I don't have to go through the whole thing. I don't have to experience the entire situation. Faith, I have faith for some stuff I can't even see. Oh, I need y'all with me. Because guess what? I learned some stuff in those 3 weeks waiting on them to call me back that it didn't take me 3 years to figure out. Oh, I need somebody with me tonight that I can watch the preview. Oh, I seen the evidence of some stuff I didn't see to know I didn't need to see more. Oh, I need you to hear me. That's the bad side of it. Can I tell you the good side of it? Can I tell you the good side of what evidence of something that's unseen is? Not only do you get to see the bad side, you know when to walk away from it, but when it's evidence of the stuff you should have faith for, watch this. I'm going to bless 3 people in the back that's watching me that didn't think this was for them. That when you have faith for it and God gives you evidence before he lets you get the whole thing, he gives you enough to keep holding on until it manifests. Ooh, it's so good that when you see it, when you get the peak of it, you say, I got to get that. Yeah. I wasn't sure before I got the evidence of some stuff I can't see. I think I want to get that. See, every now and then when you want something, I'm gonna use a car as an example because it's the one that keep coming to my mind. When you want that car and you test drive it and you like it, don't leave the dealership with nothing. Don't just leave that with a story. Go into what they call the parts department. In the dealership, they have the parts department. If you go into the parts department, under the desk, right in the front of the desk, either to the front of the desk or off to the right to the side of the desk, they have a station, watch this, that sells merchandise. They sell merchandise. And on the merchandise, don't go get nothing big. Don't go get nothing that's going to really cost you a lot of money and tank your budget. No. No, what you do is go to the parts department and look for a little keychain. And put the new keychain on your old keys. And every time you get tired and think that God ain't doing something, just look at it. Just look at your keychain because I got some that's on the. Ooh, I need somebody with me. Every now and then you ought to get something in your spirit that says, I don't have everything together. I don't have it all figured out. I don't know when he's going to do it. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I seen a preview. I know that God is going to make this thing happen. I got faith. I need somebody with me because I'm not, and when people, explain how you think how this is going to work. Explain how you think this is going to change. Explain how you think, no, baby, can I tell you how to do it? When carnal people try to have spiritual conversations, what you do to them is tell them it's not mine to explain. It's not for me to tell you about what God is going to do and how he's going to do it. I'm not trying to be him. If you want to know how he's going to do it, you can do one or two things. First thing you can do is ask him, because it's not my job. You know what I realized? If it's not my vision, I don't have to have provision. I need somebody with me tonight. That if it's not my vision, if he wasn't the one that gave me the vision, if he's the one that gave me the vision, he's the one that's going to figure this thing out. But second thing you can do is, if you don't believe me, just watch. I need somebody to shout with me tonight. That if you don't believe me, just keep watching, and you'll see how he gonna do it. Woo. I need somebody with me tonight. Experience, watch this, the expectation of something good, the evidence of something unseen. The last thing is the expectation of something spoken. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. If you're going to have evidence of stuff you can't see, you got to learn to speak it. See, I realize this thing because, see, I need somebody that's watching me tonight to catch this thing. That some of us don't have some stuff because we hadn't spoken some stuff. You cannot receive what you will not speak. And sometimes I don't need to speak to other people. I'm speaking. Watch this. I speak to myself. David blessed me with that because he taught me how to do when my back was against the wall and when I was depressed and worried and stressed out about all of this other stuff. He said he encourages himself. I don't need other people to tell me how it's going to work. I don't need other people to tell me how it's going to turn around and figure it out. I'm still turning from Sunday. But guess what? I'm going to speak while I turn. I'm going to start speaking to some stuff. Because guess what? When my faith gets strong, I can start talking about some stuff that I hadn't seen. Because guess what? You're going to call me a prophet, and I'm going to just tell you, no, I just know who my daddy is. Ooh! I'm done. I got to get out of here. Y'all done kept me too late. The story is told of a little boy waiting on his parents to come pick him up. And he called his parents. Parents told him they were on the way. The boy just sat there and just started playing with his phone. And the people were looking and said, do you need to call them again? Do you need to call them? They're not here. You need to call them. The little boy said, no. They said they're on their way. They're on their way. They said, do you need to call them? And they make sure. He said, no, they know what time they're supposed to be here. No, they're going to come. And the parents pulled up, and security guard asked the man, parent, what happened? He said, well, we were caught in traffic, had some stuff going on. It was really out of our control. We've been on our way. We were supposed to be here 30 minutes early. We ended up coming here an hour late. I do sincerely apologize. He said, he looked at the little boy. He said, well, son, if your daddy is never late, I need somebody to hear me. Little boy, if your daddy is always on time, if your daddy, I need somebody to hear me, if your daddy is always there right when you need him, when he didn't show up when you wanted him to, why didn't you get stressed? Why were you so calm? Why were you at peace? Little boy looks back up at the security guard and says, well, you don't know my daddy. I know my daddy I wasn't stressed about all of that stuff because I know who my daddy is. I need somebody to hear me tonight. And because I know his track record, I know that he's not going to leave me here. Because when I left home, he told me he loved me. When I left home, he told me he was coming to get me. And when he dropped me off, I knew he was coming back for me. See, sometimes I need somebody to hear this thing tonight, that in this season, in this moment, you need to learn to shout about the fact that God won't leave you looking crazy. He's going to pull up right when you needed him most. See, he might not come when you want him. I need somebody to hear me, but he'll come right on time. But can I add one to that? But you're going to want him whenever he comes. See, you're going to want God to show up whenever he shows up, because when he shows up, everything changes. I don't care how they talk about him before he shows up. I don't care what they say about him before he shows up. But when he shows up, lives are changed. Miracles happen. Situations turn around. When he shows up, things get out of hand. When he shows up, things line up. When he shows up, manifestation happens. When he shows up, the unqualified becomes qualified. When he shows up. Why do you have faith? Because all I need him to do is show up one time. And all my world, all my life, all of my being will be changed. Why do you have faith, Pastor? Because I got faith. Because I know somebody that can do the impossible, that can make the impossible possible. And I know a God. I know a man that can turn this thing around. God bless you all. Thank you all so much for being here. I love y'all. Y'all, every Tuesday night, I look forward to these Tuesday night Bible studies. Y'all don't even understand. Tune Up Tuesday just blesses my entire soul. I'm excited because faith is going to bless us. If we really walk this year, can I tell y'all something? Don't tiptoe through this year. Don't walk lightly. Don't feel like you're exempt from this year, because the only thing that will exempt you from this year being your year of manifestation is if you don't walk in it. This is the year you're not going to be able to blame somebody else. You're not going to critique nobody else. You're not even going to be able to tell them that it's their fault. In this season, you're going to have to walk in this yourself. Well, Pastor, I never get it, because you never go all in. This is the year of all in. That's the only way manifestation happens. Let's go to God in prayer. God, I love you. I thank you. I adore you. God, thank you for your people. Thank you for your power, your anointing, your consistent grace and mercy as we go through this week, these months, this year, as we pray, as we fast, and we walk by faith. In Jesus' name we do pray. Amen. Y'all know every Tuesday night we sow a seed of $20. I ask that you continue to do such. Every Tuesday night we sow a seed of $20 to continue to do ministry, to move our ministry forward, to see God do great and glorious things. I'm excited about what God is doing. I don't say that out of cliche. I'm really excited. Y'all, I've been working all day because I'm expecting God to do some really great things. So if you can, please sow a seed of $20 tonight. You can do it through text, you can do it through Cash App, or you can do it on our website, everythingvictory.org. Sow with us. Sow with us, and let's see God do some miraculous things. Champions, you'll be receiving a first fruits email in the next couple of days. Please, sir, please, ma'am, please check those emails. I want everybody to get those emails and see it and start praying about those first fruit seeds that we're putting in the ground on the 5th Sunday of this month. Also, the t-shirts are in. Somebody say t-shirts are in. We'll have them at worship with us on Sunday at 12:30. Also, if you need to place your order, we're going to be placing the next order very soon. We're going to wear our shirts on the 5th Sunday when we sow our seed. We're going to do everything together on the 5th Sunday. 5th Sunday, we're going to wear our t-shirts. 5th Sunday, we're going to sow together, all together on the 5th Sunday. Thank you all so much. I love you all. I appreciate you all for everything that you will do, for being a part of what the ministry is. Every Tuesday, let's do it together and sow together. Be blessed. I love you all. See you all tomorrow night for prayer. Please don't forget tomorrow night prayer meeting at 7 p.m. I know God will meet us in the room for prayer. Please do that. Thank you all. I love you. And guess what? Anything that you're trying to get from God that the devil tried to stop, God will make it fail. Be blessed. I love you all. See you all Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Be blessed.
God made it fail. God made it fail. Everything that the devil tried, God made it fail. God made it fail. God made it fail. He made it fail. Everything that the devil tried, God made